Doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to Freestyle Fridays. Why did I call it Freestyle Friday? Because there's usually no particular subject, and we just kind of go with the flow. And where we go, nobody knows. My question to everybody out there: who took the money? Oh my goodness, it is so much fraud floating around, floating around, floating around. There's a lot of stories going out and a lot of things being floating around out there. And just so y'all know, um, God bless y'all. You know what? God bless y'all. God bless y'all. I mean, if you on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I just want to say, before we get into anything, God bless y'all. But we should, it's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Just so these Democrats and these liberals, whatever you want to call them, they're just losing their mind over and over and over. They don't care. They really don't care about the fact that these politicians have been just basically ripping off the taxpayers over and over. They just don't care. Like this is just ridiculous. And I hate to keep beating this subject, but unfortunately, we are here. We are here and we're dealing with this on a regular basis. And I just really feel like American citizens, we all need to step back and look at this and say, you know what? We really have to be mindful of how our government is being ran. The amount of exposure to government wasteful spending is off the roof. It's just off the roof. It's off the roof. And why would anybody be okay with that? Why would any one of us be okay with that? It just don't make sense. I understand, we all have our, how we feel about this. Some people like the fact that, I don't know how you could possibly like what the government is doing. I'm just serious. I don't know how you could even possibly think that what they're doing and how they're doing it is okay. None of us should be okay with the way that they're spending our tax dollars and what they're wasting our tax dollars on. None of us should be okay with that. We should be extremely mad, extremely pissed, and we should not be okay with it. None of us. None of us should be okay with that. I done watched it. I done went through, looking at different details, and different details. And I'm just like, these people really don't care how much they steal. They just don't care how much they steal. They don't. And they, what's Abrams, whatever name, Stacey Abrams. Now I don't know how true it is. What's up, Dobby? God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, I don't know how true it is with Stacey Abrams. What's up, Coffee Cup? What's up? God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, I don't know what the story is, but they're talking about this woman is responsible for almost $2 billion. $2 billion. $2 billion through her organization. And my thing is this. Where's that? Why are we not giving that to the people? Why are we not giving that to the people? Michelle, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Why are we not giving that to the people? Nah, it's a few people on here. It's just sometimes YouTube don't really actually show it all, but there's quite a few people on there. But God bless you, James. How you doing, James? God bless you. God bless you. But why in the world with $2 billion? If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. But this woman is responsible for $2 billion. But I guarantee you that the people around her are struggling hard. And where did that go to help the people? Now, I guarantee you they're hiding it somewhere. They probably still got some of it, but they probably hiding it somewhere. And I don't understand. Thank you very much, James. Appreciate you very, very much. I do not understand, and for the life of me, why would anybody be okay? I'm sick of paying taxes. I ain't gonna lie to you. After listening and reading all of the stuff that these tax money has been going to, I'm sick of it. I mean, to me, I kind of get what Elon Musk was saying. At first, I was like, "What do you mean? You just kind of look like you got to blow it all up and just start all over again." That's how deep it is. And I'm not saying that's what you do, but I kind of understand why he said it the way he said it. Because it's so much corruption in government, it's ridiculous. So much. And I'm tired of paying taxes and watching y'all waste the money on it. Now, there's some stuff, other things floating around about the Trump administration possibly giving out a dividend based on the money that they say to taxpayers, up to about $5,000. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. I'm not sure if I'm not okay with that. I mean, I don't turn down money as long as I ain't got to pay it back. But it would be nice. But then a part of me is like, I don't know. I think that money should be a little more useful. Like, this is what I would do with it. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, you should give it back to the taxpayers because that's exactly where it was stolen from. So I get why they trying to do it. So I'm not going to sit there and argue with that fact. But if it was me, I'll shove that into the fund to help fund getting rid of these illegal immigrants. And I'd be like, okay, we're going to add that into one of my older videos I was talking about where they said snitches get riches, where they allow people who tell where illegals at, they get money out of that pot. But that's just me. How y'all feel about it? I don't, like I said, I don't know if that's what they're going to do. I heard it's floating around. Somebody posted it on X, and it's been floating around a little bit. I see a lot of YouTubers talking about it. I mean, I don't know. You give me $5,000, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to make it useful, and I'm going to do what I got to do with it because I'm, I like to invest my money as much as I can, and that's been my moon for a while now. And for me, I'm going to make that $5,000 go pretty good. You know what I mean? Is it a life-changing amount of money? For some people, it will be. So I know some people are like, yeah, I hope they do give out that $5,000. Well, they only talking about giving it to taxpayers. So if you ain't got no job and you ain't been paying taxes, it's not for you. But if you're working in America and you've been working here, that's who they possibly, they don't mean they are. They just mean possibly. They haven't decided that, but possibly mean if you're a working class citizen and you've been paying taxes, then you'll probably get a portion of that depending on how much money they save or they're able to find with all the corruption that they have so far found. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. But I'm neither here nor there with that. I believe that the government, my biggest thing is minimizing government. America. Yeah, I'm American. Born and raised America. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not, I don't like really when people start talking about handouts because I see the downside to handouts sometimes. But we'll see how that goes. But yes, I'm American. We'll see how that goes. I don't understand. Where you from, James? You American? While we on the topic. But it's not off topic. It's not really off topic, but anyway, that's just my take on it. But for some people, that $5,000 can make a big difference. I mean, there's somebody out there. Oh, okay, God bless you, South Africa. Okay, that's what's up. That's a long way from America. Yeah, they say Elon Musk was born in South Africa. But yeah, I don't, if America be able to do that, I agree. But my thing is that for the amount of money that the last 4 years Joe Biden and them has spent on every dumb thing you could possibly imagine, why not give all that money back to the citizens? I'm just one of those people that's like, I'm leery about government. So I don't know what comes with that. That's all. I just don't know I don't know what comes with that. So if that comes with, okay, you give them the money and nobody has to pay anything back, you don't have to do all of this and it's just free and clear, I'm good with it. I don't trust government, I trust this administration by far more than I trust the old one, but I'm still leery about stuff because usually when the government start handing something out, there's always a bad end on it. And that's why I'm leery about it. So it's like, but I see that they're trying to save the American taxpayers' money. So if they're saving the money, and they have nothing that it applies to for the most part, why not give it back to the people that it was stolen from anyway? So that part, I'm good with. I just don't want it to be no stipulation where Americans think they're getting something and then turn around and you hammer them later on. And it's just like, well, why did you give it out? Because that's exactly what happened the last time they would start handing out these stimulus checks. They end up jamming people up. And the Biden administration, they just don't. I can't imagine why anybody would continue to vote for them. Democrats all across the board. I don't know why anybody will vote for Democrat. I'm sorry. There is nothing of value coming out of the Democratic Party at this point. Nothing. And when I look at it and I try to filter through what's there, I see no point. I mean, I'm talking about they've been destructive for years. They have been the ones that's been the destructive towards the black community and Hispanic community. It hasn't been the Republicans. Republicans, we never vote for them. So why would they be the problem to the black community when we wasn't picking Republicans as our leaders in the local neighborhoods and community? Democrats have been by far more in charge over the last 12 to 15 years than Republicans. So all the destruction that you see at this moment in America that we're dealing with is, for the most part, is because of Democrats, not Republicans. It hasn't been because of Republicans. It has been because of Democrats. And all of these Democrats that they keep talking about, they're talking about all of this wasteful spending. I mean, they don't see a problem with what's going on. All of them has gotten a tremendous amount of money after they got into politics. Never ran no business, never ran no corporation, never built no empire, nothing. Every last one of these Democratic politicians has gotten extremely wealthy off of the American taxpayer dollar. And why in the world why are we okay with that still? And then they still trying to recruit you for them to continue to do what they were doing. And they painting Trump out. They're trying to paint Trump. It's not working, but they're trying to paint Trump out as if he's some type of tyrant going in there and doing what they're doing. What they're trying to do is find out where the money is going so they can give tax relief to the people that actually deserve it, which is the working citizens. I have yet to see a Democrat do that. Only thing Democrats do is try to line their pockets with more money. That's all they do. They don't care. And all of their communities are doing by far the worst. They're doing the worst. While they're putting wealth in their cronies' hands, their neighborhood and their communities are doing the worst. They're doing by far the worst. Philadelphia, where I'm from, you look at where the Democrats run, it's a crack. Baltimore, Maryland, it looks like crack. It looks like a third world country in lots of places in Baltimore. And you go across the United States and you see the same thing over and over. So why would we keep voting for these people when they're the ones causing the destruction? It is not Republicans. It's Democrats. Because they refuse to spend the money where it's supposed to go. And all of this corruption is exactly why we have the destruction in the black and Hispanic communities like we see. And that's why it looks devastating. Because the ones that were supposed to spend the money there was putting it in their pocket and lining their pockets and making deals with their cronies, and it never made it down to the citizens. That all they did was keep stealing the taxpayers' money, funneling it back to themselves some type of way, and they did not care how bad or how destructive it was to you. And then now that their behinds about to get in trouble, now they're going back and trying to recruit black and Hispanics and try to get them emotionally involved just so they can go back to doing what they always been doing. And that's real talk. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. And that's what they do. You can't sit there and tell me that the Democratic Party has been useful in the black community, Hispanic community. Show me where. Show me how and show me where. Because I haven't yet to see them being useful. They got the most crime across the United States in any place. Democrat, by far, their places that they run has the most crime, has the most poverty, has the most destruction. And it's still that way. And then they still want to sit there and say, well, Trump is this and Trump is that. What about y'all? Don't tell me about nobody else. What are you doing to better the community? Because I don't see it. You tell me what the Democratic Party has been doing to better their community. The only thing they do is once you get close to an election, they'll start throwing a few things together to make it look like they're doing something. And as soon as it's over with, they just disappear again. Over and over and over, they have been doing this to the Black and Hispanic community. Look at Brandon Johnson in Chicago. That fool is more concerned about illegal immigrants than the citizens that voted for him. Look at the governor of New York. That fool is more concerned about the legal immigrants than they are about the people that voted for them. In all of these sanctuary cities, where they brought all these illegal immigrants in, the politicians that's running them, mayors and governors involved, are more concerned about the illegal immigrants than they are about the people that voted for them. Because they gave everything to the illegals. They didn't care 2 cents about the people that voted for them. What's up, MS? Go Official. How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. What's up? What's up? What's up? They did not care about. They do not care about the citizens that voted for them. They're only concerned about illegal immigrants. How is it that the illegal immigrants are more important to you as these politicians than the citizens that voted for you? It's like being a parent and your kids in your house, they starving to death, hungry, the heat ain't paid, none of that's going on, and you go and take care of somebody else. Meanwhile, they home and they stuck, they hungry, they starving, they ain't got no food, they ain't got nothing. You got all this money and you go take care of somebody else. And it's different if you suffering with them. I get it. The whole family suffering together, but you got tons of money. You got all this wealth. You go take care of somebody else and you just leave your family struggling. Make that make sense. That's exactly what the government was doing. The last 4 years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, that's exactly what they're doing. That's why I care less about the Democratic Party. They need to be totally dismantled and going away. Because they're all themes. And it might be a few good ones, but I don't care. They're all themes. They all themes. It's as a United States taxpayer, person who worked every day, pay taxes and stuff like that, why would anybody be okay with that? You can't tell me no one would be okay with the way your tax dollars have been spent. And then if you go into these places, you look at the homelessness is off the roof, the dirt, squalor, destruction, buildings dilapidated, and then they turn around and they sell this stuff to their homies. You want that dividend check they talking about? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was just talking about that a little earlier. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if they did it. I mean, like I said, my experience with the government has always been like, I don't trust a lot of the stuff that the government do. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got the better. I got more faith and more trust in what we got going on right now than we had prior, by far. But I always know that I'm a little leery about stuff. Yeah, I'm just a little leery about it. I'm just a little leery about, what's the back end of that. If you giving it and it's free and clear, we don't have no problems after the fact. We got to pay taxes on it. We got to do this. Then I don't want it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'd rather not have it. But if it's going to be free and clear and there's not going to be no issues behind it and it's not going to be no backtrack, oh, well, you got to pay this back. You got to write this off. You got to do all of this other stuff. That's the part that I don't want. If they just going to say, okay, we're going to refund it. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, you might be right. I mean, that's what I got out of it too. But I'm just, again, I'll see it when it happens. You give me a rebate check and it ain't nothing catchy to it, I'm good. I agree. That's the way it's supposed to be. That was exactly what I was saying earlier. Also, is that if y'all gonna give out if you're gonna get that money back, I just don't want no strings attached to it. That's my problem. Now I feel as though it should be returned. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't watch Jesse, but I did watch somebody else, and they were saying it. I think it should be returned. I think that money that been stolen from the taxpayers should go back to the taxpayers. I'm 100% on board with that part. I agree 100% that get the money back to the people it belong to. You stole it from us, then get it back from us. But you got to find it first. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's my whole point is that I don't like if I think they should give it back to the citizens it was stolen from. There should be no strings attached. There should be no other stuff attached to it to say you got no, just give it, be done with it, and move on. Real talk. But all that other stuff they was doing with the body, I have very little trust in government, and I mean I got more trust in it now because we got real leadership. But I still, it's still a small second of me be like, yeah. 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 When I looked at that report, and I hope this is what you're talking about, as far as the people that are over 120 years old, and how many people did they say it was actually over? And you know, you say to yourself, the government can't be that dumb, right? You just had to say, no, we did not elect these type of people to run our government. We didn't actually hire these people to run our government. Why would we even have a system that goes that far? I mean, why would that even be part of the system? If you know that on average, a person lives to, let's say 70, 80 years old, let's say average, whatever. At about 120, 125, that should have been the cutoff time right there. We should not have anything 140, 150, nothing. Because even if somebody lived a little bit, it's only going to be one person. That's a one-case situation. You say, okay, well, they say, well, y'all cut off my Social Security check. Well, how old are you? Well, I was 121. Okay, sorry. We don't have people that's how you handle that. You don't just leave it sitting there and you paying all these people to it. You know what I mean? Like, I think Methuselah's still getting a check. That don't even make sense. It just don't. It doesn't even make sense. I'm like, what are y'all talking? Like, how do you have somebody on there that's 200, 190, 180, 170? Who? There's nobody living today even come close to those ages. I think the highest might have been like 127, something like that. But like I said, even if they did make it past, the cutoff age should be 120. And then they stop. No payments go out to nobody after 120 years old. I mean, really, I would probably go at more of 100. And anybody make it past 100, then you can kind of evaluate that. That way you're not overpaying people. They say, no, you cut out my check. Well, you couldn't take, oh, no, we're turning it back on because you're still alive. Okay, we want to make sure you're still alive. That's it. Proof of life. So I'm saying that maybe at 100, even if we went to 110, at 110, it cuts off. Automatically cuts off. If you're still alive at the 110, we'll reinstate your payments. That's it. Proof of life. And how often is that going to happen? At that point, you need to go send somebody to visit to make sure that they're actually there. I wouldn't even do nothing electronic. I say, man, how often is that going to happen? Maybe once a year, if that. At that point, if you have somebody that's 100 years old, the government, and they get cut off and they come and say, no, you didn't give my money. They need to go pack up some balloons and everything else and go back to the person, make sure they're still alive. And if they still alive, have a big celebration, 110 years old, we already reinstated your money. Matter of fact, here's a bonus. Here's an extra few dollars just because you lived that long. Make a big event out of it. That way you know. Nobody should be 100 oh my goodness. We already know where that money going. Somebody set that up and they got all their people involved and they made sure they was going to get paid for a long time because they knew nobody, they thought that no one would ever come back and check. I can only imagine the amount of money and checks that have went out that way. That is crazy. That is crazy. God bless you all. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm over here trying to do too much. I'm looking at my live, looking at the comments, then trying to keep an eye on the stock market a little bit. Doing too much. How y'all doing? It'd be nice to see that money, though. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate you hanging out with a brother. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Yeah, this is crazy. And I hope they find out where Stacey Abrams took that $2 billion at. I want to know where that money at. I mean, they need to find out where that money went. $2 billion, you don't just ignore that. You go find that. She need to answer for that one. That's why these Democrats was having a fit. That's why they was going all buck wild crazy. Oh, we got to stop Trump. We got to stop Trump. We got to stop Trump. We got to stop them. Elon's going into our business. No, they finding out what y'all was doing. And they scared. They running scared right now. They having a fit. But I'm not going to be too long for y'all because I got things I got to do also. I just wanted to get on here and spend a little time. Possibly might be back a little later on today. We'll see how things go. But God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I'm out of here. Peace.